No, I thought it came out great. Yeah. And we had, what people don't understand is, when you do these shows, you shoot 2 or 3, or like if you're Robin, you shoot 7. We had 1. If I had to drop dead of a heart attack halfway through that special, no special.
People ask me, what did you learn? I go, well, you got to do more than 1. I mean, this thing turned out awesome. For one,
no, it's freakish. It's freakish. No, it's freakish.
We're talking about Dana Gould's stand-up special that comes out on DVD, Rhino DVD, Netflix also part of that, right? And it comes out what day?
It's out March 24th.
It's out March 24th, which happened already.
It already happened.
It already
Not
happened.
next March 24th.
Yeah. It's really great, and I got to direct it, and that's thanks to Jeff Garlin.
Right.
So thank you, Jeff Garlin, whose special comes out later this year and is also great.
And whose special was shot the same night.
Yeah, we shot 2 shows in one night. Each guy got 1 show to be perfect.
Yeah.
A little bit of pressure. That was insane. I mean, what do you...
Yeah, mostly on you. The pressure.
Well,
because
yeah.
I just stood there. Jeff went on, and then I went on, and people tried to figure out who I was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I had nothing.
You listen, Dana rocks the house in this special. He really just, it's really fantastic. You blew it away. And I've seen few people just run the energy of a room so strong for so long in this thing. It's just great.
I will say this about myself. It's what you see on this show is what a professional comedian does.
And I always felt like when we all started here, and I know you'd already started, and I had 2 years before, but when we all got here to L.A. and we were doing on Cabaret and stuff, I always felt like you were the most professional stand-up of everyone and sort of remained so. But I think I always felt like you and Paul Tompkins and Patton were like the strongest real acts that could work in a real club and an alternative
club.
club.
Was the key. They were people that, Patton and Paul too, started off in regular comedy clubs, trying to do what we were doing at Big and Tall Books. Right. Remember that? Before it existed. And so we found this sort of venue, but not a lot of people went back and forth. What's funny is Kathy Griffin, who never went to the Improv, is now the biggest stand-up of all of us.
I know, but you got...
But I think that's great. She just sold out Madison Square Garden for all of 2009. 365 days.
The little room.
Yeah, well, she had the little room, but she's
the gay room.
She's fighting De La Hoya. Whatever comes into Madison Square Garden, Kathy's in it. Yeah,
the kind of stuff you guys were able to do is kill in an alternative space, but do comedy. You know, when you play a club, even the Improv here, you have people, basically the bottom line is they don't know you.
Right.
So they do not give a shit if you do well or poorly. They would like to see you do poorly, I think.
Yeah, at the Improv, a lot of times it's a bus of people that have been at Magic Mountain all day, and you're the first person that's tried to entertain them since they woke up that isn't wearing an oversized papier-mâché head.
Yeah, and...
Look at the proportion of his head to his frame.
It doesn't matter. It can't be entertaining. Can't possibly.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I've always really admired your stand-up, and it was really fun. First of all, I felt bad for Jeff because we were going to shoot Jeff's special, and we were going to do 2 shows in Chicago, and he lost his voice completely. We had to send the audiences home, and we lost a shitload of money.
And that's a horrible, and I have done that. I have had surgery. I have 2 surgeries on my voice. Yeah. That's a horrible thing for a comedian to live with. It really is.
It crushed him. It crushed him.
That thing I used to make my living and support my family, gone. It's a horrible mind.
He had to send that audience home. He had to stand in the lobby and say, "Sorry, I can't do the show. I can't do the show." And so then we had to reschedule it in order to make it worthwhile. They said, "You got to get somebody else and get 2 shows out of this." So it was really nice of you to do it. I wonder how that went. Did you got that call? I mean, how did you take this gamble?
I was I was a writer on The Simpsons for a long time, and I never stopped doing stand-up, but I really scaled back. Yeah. And I had been talking to Shout Factory about doing a special, or Showtime about doing a special, and it was in the sort of beginning stage of the nascent stage, but nothing had really firmed up. So when this came about, they were tossing names back and forth, and it was just like, oh, we're talking, you know Dana, we're talking to Dana, see if he's ready. And I was fortunately able to get ready in about a week and a half, so.
It was a huge gamble. I mean, at any point before you did it, did you think, what am I doing? Why shouldn't I have my own night and do 3 shows?
I did, but it was, I also do think that, you know, things just kind of happen, and sometimes you just go with it.
Well, it's really...
That's why I don't have all those abortions I was ready to go with. And then I thought, let's just roll. Here it is right now.
Gold medal. No, it's not here, huh? Look, here's something. This isn't it. Dana's DVD is called Let Me Put My Thoughts in You.
And that's a picture of the cover.
There's a picture of the cover down in the corner here. Look at that.
Now, one of the extras on the DVD was you interviewing me.
And it's we didn't have mics. You weren't mic'd up. So how is it okay?
It plays.
Oh, wow.
I thought it would be great if in this interview we threw to a clip of that interview.
Let's see a clip of that interview right now.
To me, I do it like I surf. Like I have a job. I'm a writer, and I love to write, and I do this once I go out 1 or 2 weekends a month to perform, and I'll go on Conan, and I'll go on specials. But I can't live on the road anymore because it's no life for a grown man.
So that's it. Check out Dana's special on DVD. Let Me Put My Thoughts in You.
It's available in all 3 American record stores.
And let me ask you, recommend something on YouTube right now for these fools.
Me recognize something?
People who watch this can go to YouTube right away. What's cool?
When I'm on YouTube,
Kitty cats.
Kitty cats.
Just type in kitty cats.
No, can I tell you what I was actually up very late the other night watching? Human beatbox.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. The last thing I saw. Oh well, everybody loves it, but I hadn't seen it in years. John Dacker.
I don't know it.
You know, I'm John Dacker, and then he sings. When the moon hits you like the big spats and more.
I've never seen it. When you were at my old house, I lived in a big crazy house in Laurel Canyon back in the day, and you were there with Janine and a bunch of people. It was the first time you saw William Shatner do Rocket Man. Oh. And you were punching my floor, screaming, I'll never forget it, "You're a grown man."
Wow.
That was about 1991.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, cool, buddy. Thanks.
My pleasure.
Check it out.
Still friends.